So everyone is saying that housing in Singapore is really unaffordable, but is that true? So this is the chart of the average monthly wages. I would like to use median, but I couldn't find data that is well charted, so we have to use the average. Let's start after the 2000s because if not, it's not very relevant to us as well. In 2001, the average monthly income was 3,190, and 24 years later, we can see that wages have more than doubled to $7,470 per month. That's a huge increase. And we as young Singaporeans definitely benefited from this huge growth because through this entire time, the Singapore dollar has remained strong. Traveling and buying foreign goods have been made so much easier because we live in Singapore and we have a Singaporean wage. And that translates to about a 117% growth in average wages. So why does it feel so difficult now? Like if I wanted a house like 5 years ago or 6 years ago, it felt a lot easier. So that's where I decided to look at the HDB data and find out. So this is the HDB Resale Flat Index, straight out of the horse's mouth, and the 100 mark is based on the first quarter of 2009. So if we were to look at this chart, to be honest, one of the most difficult times to buy a home was around 2012 to 2013. And that was when the government released a whole bunch of cooling measures. And so for a good 7 years, wages have been increasing and HDB resale prices were just stagnant. And I think I kind of got used to it and I expected prices to stay stagnant just like that. To be honest, this means that the millennial generation actually had it the easiest. The people who bought homes between 2013 to 2020 had one of the best wage to housing price ratio. And the reason why someone like me is feeling so stuck was because the index rose from 130 all the way to 190 in the past 4 years. And I'm still saving up to buy a house in the next 1 or 2 years, so it may move even higher. The entire bulk of the increase actually came just as I'm about to buy a home. So if you're Gen Z, we are kind of getting the short end of the stick here. But older millennials who are buying during the 2010 to 2013 period also faced very similar issues. The Singapore government was able to bring down the curve for an extended period of time, so I guess cross our fingers that the cooling measures that were introduced would slow down the rate of increase of housing prices so that we will be able to get a home as well. Follow along if you want to see more interesting data and how I invest so that I can beat that housing price increase.